Hi everyone, this is Jan. I'm going to be showing you the very first junk journal that I've created since I joined the Junk Journal Junkies group. So if please leave your comments, thank you. And this is also my first video, so I'll probably stumble around a little bit. This is an altered book. I believe it was called The People's Reader. The front and back cover, I used a digital from Tsunami Rose. The binding, on the spine, I used, this is hand crocheted ribbon that a lady made that I got at a rummage sale. This is some jewels that I made from some beads that I had, and there was a wonderful lady that did a video on how to make these charms, and it's fun to watch, and I apologize, I can't remember her name. The lace is from a friend who got it from her mother. This has a button closure and a hair tie holding it. I want to give credit to Ephemera's Vintage Garden, Tsunami Rose, Marion Smith, Pinterest. There's just a ton of wonderful things that I have in here that I've gotten from those people, and so I want to make sure that they get credit for any of the things that are in this book, because I may get them wrong as I go through it. When you come into the book, the first page is a vintage music paper that I got from a thrift store. Each signature has, I used authentic brand paper. The paper line is accomplished. Each one has a pocket with either Tsunami Rose of Ephemera's Vintage Garden or Marion Smith, and the back has lined paper for each one. So here we have another, this is Marion Smith, another pocket, and the crochet lace on there. This is from Pinterest. This is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and there's a pocket there with some vintage advertising, and on the back is an index card. Coffee dyed ledger paper with a Tim Holtz sticker. Some more Tsunami Rose, Ephemera's Vintage Garden with a vintage advertisement. This bag is from Jet Jewels on Etsy, and the stamp, I believe, is from Unity. Okay, sorry if I don't have that right. This is a tuck spot, or a pocket and tag from Tsunami Rose. Some blank music paper that I got from a thrift store. Coffee dyed graph paper. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. This is from a 1948 Wisconsin Blue Book, which has all the statistics for Wisconsin from that year. Vintage note paper. Some more journaling paper. Coffee dyed printer paper. These are from Tsunami Rose. The backing is an index card. Life is a mixture of sunshine and rain, teardrops and laughter, pleasure and pain. Just remember, there was never a cloud that the sun couldn't shine through. Some more coffee dyed ledger paper. Illustrations from a book, from a vintage book. Here's a pocket. A coffee dyed bag. Inside is this is paper that I used shaving cream and alcohol inks on. A vintage grocery slip. The paper is from Paper Studio. It's Uncharted. It's called Uncharted. Ribbon is from Ofray. The tag is a design from Therese LaFranche, I believe her name is. Sorry if I mangled the pronunciation. Another piece of ephemera from Pinterest. Just an advertisement from one of our local businesses. Tsunami Rose, and I made a little book out of this, and that tucks in this pocket here into this vintage music sheet. Some more paper from the Paper Studio. It's called Uncharted. Coffee dyed doily, a die cut doily, another illustration from a vintage book, coffee dyed graph paper, ledger paper, another tuck. This is in a couple of journaling spots. A bird stamp, Tsunami Rose. This, I believe, is Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Some more from that blue book. Some coffee dyed graph paper. Some of that music paper. Another tuck from that paper bag. And this has roses. So I stamped a rose on here. And I'll just set that there. Oh, and on the back I put Timeless Memories. Tsunami Rose, coffee dyed ledger paper. This is Tsunami Rose, and some ephemera from there. Pinterest, Marion Smith, and I believe this is Ephemera's Vintage Garden. There's another Marion Smith with coffee dyed ledger. Marion Smith with coffee dyed lined paper. Ephemera's Vintage Garden with lined paper. Actually, a page from this book. Coffee dyed composition paper. Life is hard, your art shouldn't be. An old puzzle page. Another of the another of the paper clips that from Therese, the design from Therese. These, I believe, are from Tsunami Rose. Music paper. This is from the blue book, and there's pictures on the back of that one. Creativity is seeing what everyone else has seen and thinking what no one else has thought. This is Tsunami Rose. This was from Pinterest. I like big books and I cannot lie. The stamp was from Hero Arts. This is from Tim Holtz. This is vintage illustration. Another illustration I got actually from Pinterest. Life is hard, your art shouldn't be. That's Diane Reevely from Ranger. Coffee dyed ledger paper. Another bag from Jet Jewels. The world of reality has its limits, but the world of imagination is boundless. A vintage postcard. And another grocery slip. I remember those from when I was a kid. Something from Pinterest, I believe. Tsunami Rose. This flips up. Yesterday and today. This is from Cartabella. It's a journal card. Journal card. This is from Graphic 45, and on the back it says "Enjoy the journey." This was from the paper line Accomplished, and I made an envelope, put a magnet on there. Inside there's a journal spot, another journal spot, postcard from 1954 to Martha and Otto. Coffee dyed paper. Take time to enjoy the simple things in life. Tim Holtz, Paintables by Prima. And Tsunami Rose. I think this is Marion Smith, and part of that on here. Another vintage with stamps I used as a tab to pull it out with. Library card, coffee dyed ledger paper, some book pages. This is, I believe, Marion Smith, Make a Wish and Set It Free, and that's got a dandelion on the back. Tsunami Rose, coffee dyed graph paper, Be You, the World Will Adjust. Some more from the 1948 book. Music paper, Marion Smith again, Dream, and Imagination Rules the World. All of the tags have pink ribbon and eyelash yarn on them. Vintage paper from Pinterest. Puzzle book, puzzle page, composition paper, book paper, and the end of the second signature. And this is Tsunami Rose with some lined paper. Tsunami Rose, Tsunami Rose, and the last signature. This is Tsunami Rose with lined paper. This is from Tsunami Rose. I believe this is Tsunami Rose. That's backed with, with a index card. Oop, I have that stuck to my brace. Coffee dyed ledger, 1948 book. Tsunami Rose, some advertisements, a pocket and journal spot. This I think is from Noteworthy. This is, I believe, Tsunami Rose. This cute little bird and lines on the back for journaling. Some vintage paper from Pinterest. A music paper. Another book page. Coffee dyed composition paper. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, from Eleanor Roosevelt. Another piece of vintage sheet music. This bag was from Junk Jewels. This is what my product came in, and I love the bag. There's some more big journaling spot. I believe this is Marion Smith. Some vintage paper from Pinterest. A couple tuck spots and some advertising. This I believe was from Tim Holtz. This is just an index card. This is from Tim Holtz. An illustration from a vintage book. Probably could be colored. Today, do whatever makes you happy. Some stamping on there. Little blank page. Stanley meets Livingston. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind. And then a heart goes in there. This is, I believe this is Marion Smith, and this is from Pinterest. Here's the other side of that bag, and there, Marion Smith. The rest of that sheet music. Coffee dyed composition paper. Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. Here is some more book page, music paper, vintage paper from Pinterest. And this is from Marion Smith. This is from Marion Smith. These are from Tsunami Rose. And then this has a pull-out that can be journaled on. This is Noteworthy from the Paper Studio. Another book page from 1948. This is from Tim Holtz. And this is Tsunami Rose, tuck spot, and journal card. My ledger paper. This is Tsunami Rose with paper lines on the back. And this one is also Tsunami Rose. And then this is the back cover. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. And everyone have a wonderful day. Thanks.